Tonight on the program, reviving Thailand's image for Chinese travelers who may feel unsafe visiting the country. Then a drama over pre-installed loan apps in smartphones and whether they invade user privacy. And a new bridge over the Chao Phraya River opens for pedestrian sightseers. Sawadee-ka, I'm Nad Bunag and welcome to This Week with Thai PBS World. Thailand is now dealing with the daunting challenge of reviving the country's reputation following the notorious case of a Chinese actor who was rescued from a human trafficking gang last week. The case has already affected the tourism sector in Thailand, and a number of Chinese tour groups have already canceled their trips to Thailand, and this is according to the president of the Thai Hotels Association. And many past incidents have not only scared Chinese visitors, but have also damaged Thailand's reputation, especially in recent years. Apart from Xing Xing's case, last August, the release of a Chinese blockbuster movie, which is called No More Bets, caused widespread concern over safety when traveling to Thailand and nearby countries, as the movie depicted human trafficking and cyber scams. And the notorious mass shooting at Siam Paragon, in which one Chinese tourist was killed, also affected the reputation of the country. And Chinese netizens even took to social media to complain how unsafe it is to travel to Thailand. And some even commented that you can get shot just for going on a holiday. And another issue that affected the country's reputation among Chinese visitors are the so-called $0 tours, which spread like wildfire many years ago. $0 tours are cheap package tours attracting Chinese tourists to Thailand, where they were placed in cheap hotels and were taken on many shopping trips to buy overpriced products. Tourism businesses in Thailand complained that $0 tours do not even benefit the Thai economy because the tourist money was diverted back to China as payments were made through apps instead of cash. And now let's talk about tourism figures. According to Thailand's Tourism and Sports Ministry, Thailand welcomed 35.5 million international visitors in 2024, which is a 26% increase from the year before. And that has generated up to 1.6 trillion baht in revenue. So you can see that out of all the international visitors, most of them came from China, from where 6.7 million visitors were recorded. And during the first 12 days of 2025, Thailand has already welcomed 1.31 million visitors, generating revenue of up to 66 billion baht. As usual, Chinese visitors remain at the top with 205,000 visitors already. And despite the challenges, the Thai government will continue to revive the country's image by assuring Chinese travelers that Thailand is still safe. The Tourism Authority of Thailand aims to welcome at least 9 million Chinese visitors this year, which could generate up to 500 billion baht in revenue for the country. The TAT has also reportedly ordered its 5 offices in China to come up with promotions to convince Chinese people to travel to Thailand. And as several trafficking cases involving Chinese victims have been reported recently, Chinese tourists are now questioning whether Thailand is still safe for travel. Chorinya Lim has more details.
Thailand's tourism is being negatively affected by safety concerns, especially among Chinese tourists, after the recent human trafficking incident that involved the Chinese actor known as Xing Xing. Before Xing Xing's case, Thailand was considered to be one of the best holiday destinations. Now, though, tourism over the upcoming Spring Festival or Chinese New Year holidays seems to be taking a hit. According to the Chinese online news media outlet, The Paper, a tour operator said on January 13th that his perception of Thai tourism has suddenly changed. For a long national holiday like the Spring Festival, Chinese travelers usually go on trips with family members. Due to rising safety concerns, though, there has been a significant increase in trip and flight cancellations to Thailand. A staff member from another tour company claimed that cancellations over the past few days have reached 30%. Among these, some travelers have opted to change their destinations to domestic locations. Although cancellations or route changes come with fees, many commenters still agree that they would rather avoid traveling to Thailand. The Chinese singer Eason Chan has also announced his cancellation of his concert in Bangkok, citing safety concerns. While tour agencies in China are dealing with cancellations, the report highlighted that local tour guides in Thailand are being affected the most. Thai PBS World spoke to a tour guide who has served Chinese customers for more than 30 years. He said that the clients are worried.
คือคนจีนส่วนมากเขาจะกลัวกันมากเลยซึ่งโทรมาถามวีแชทถามบอก现在泰国怎么样呢有什么不安全吗来泰国玩呢เป็นครอบครัวนะครอบครัวที่เขาจองไว้นะก็ลูกสาวบอกว่าก็มันไม่ปลอดภัยคนอื่นก็บอกเขากระทบนะช่วงนี้แขกก็เห็นบอกยกเลิกไปเห็นบางคนก็พูดอยู่นะซึ่งเขาทำบัตรใหญ่อะไรพวกนี้เขาบอกแขกน้อยลง
On the other hand, a report from Jimu News quoted a worker in the Chinese tourism industry as saying, overall bookings at the moment remain good. Even though some might consider canceling their trips, there won't be that many people who abandon their plans. There could, however, be fewer travelers for the rest of the year. Despite this, there is a Chinese influencer who still believes that Thailand is safe. On her video clip, an Instagram user called Aura9986 said that she is happy staying in Thailand for the past 2 years and has visited many places. Comments from Chinese netizens show, however, that Thai officials need to take more substantial action. It's not only about the trafficking cases, but also all sorts of crimes that might affect their safety. If this continues, Thailand might lose their trust and economic opportunities. Sarinya Lim, reporting for Thai PBS World.
Moving on to another big issue here in Thailand. The loan apps pre-installed in 2 Chinese-made brands of smartphones have made headlines in Thailand as phone users raise concerns about the risk of personal data leaks. The 2 loan apps were illegally pre-installed without the Bank of Thailand's permission. In this special report, a tech expert tells us how to avoid these risks. Here's more with Warisara Sahan.
กลัวเป็นพวก call center เพราะฉะนั้นเวลามีข้อความอะไรส่งมาแปลกๆก็เลยจะไม่เข้าไปดูค่ะ
ให้คุณโปรดอ่านข้อความนั้นข้อความนี้แต่เราก็ไม่พยายามไปอ่านเพราะกลัวว่ามันจะเป็นแอปที่ดูดเงิน
These are user concerns over the FinEasy and Happiness loan apps, pre-installed on 2 Chinese smartphone brands, Oppo and Realme. Many of the 2 companies' phone models manufactured since 2023 have the loan apps pre-installed. The apps were constantly sending loan invitations through messages. What is more is that the apps cannot easily be removed by the user.
ตอนแรกพยายามลบแต่มันไม่สามารถลบได้ก็เลยต้องพยายามปิดสิทธิ์การเข้าถึงทุกอย่างอะค่ะ
เราก็พยายามจะเข้าไปลบเท่าไหร่ก็ลบไม่ออกสักทีก็แปลว่าแอปตัวนี้มันต้องติดมาตั้งแต่ครั้งแรกตั้งแต่เราซื้อมือถือมา
These loan apps are deemed illegal because they are being installed without approval from the Bank of Thailand, and what the apps do may also be illegal. According to the Thailand Consumer Council, there have been over 1,800 complaints of illegal loan apps, including the Happiness loan app, regarding excessive interest charged and personal data leaks.
โดนโทรคุกคามโดนโทรขู่มาโทรมาด่าค่ะว่า ถ้าสมมติว่าโทรไปหาญาติโทรไปหาพ่อกับแม่แบบนี้มันก็จะบอกว่าบอกมันมาจ่ายหนี้กูด้วยนะเป็นหนี้แล้วไม่รู้จักจ่ายแบบนี้ค่ะ
Another observation from an IT Facebook page is that these apps are pre-installed on cheaper phone models, priced under 20,000 baht. Vulnerable users would be easily targeted.
Do you think having these apps on, like on our phone, would be an opportunity for the mobile companies to access or to exploit our personal data?
I would say that it's their plan to exploit you and your data. It's part of the business model. They are able to lower the price of the phone by offering, your information, right, to third parties for sale, because that data is not going to stay with that company. The phone company will sell it. The app developers, they have the opportunity to also sell it. It leaks, it gets out there, and actually that's pretty clever, right? You get some of that data. You know that the app is a default app, or it's built in. In some cases, many cases, you can't get rid of it. So they can have a good target list, right? They just call people in Thailand. They have a data set from Thailand. And they know that the app is there based on the default, and they just start calling and they hope to get lucky.
Meanwhile, Oppo and Realme admitted the app pre-installation to the National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commission. Although the companies claim that the apps were pre-installed just for the user convenience to borrow money, it is violating Computer Act Section 13.
การกระทำดังกล่าวนะครับก็อาจจะเข้าข่ายความผิดตามกฎหมายพรบคอมพิวเตอร์นะครับมาตรา 13 ประกอบมาตรา 11 วรรค 2 นะครับในข้อหาที่เป็นผู้จำหน่ายหรือเผยแพร่ชุดคำสั่งที่จัดทำขึ้นโดยเฉพาะเพื่อนำไปติดตั้งนะครับหรือส่งข้อมูลคอมพิวเตอร์ให้แก่บุคคลอื่นอันเป็นลักษณะก่อให้เกิดความเดือดร้อนรำคาญ
In response, Oppo announced that it deactivated the FinEasy app on January 13th, and they will stop selling their phones with the pre-installed apps on January 14th. Starting from January 16th, Oppo phones will receive an over-the-air update to the latest version without those apps. From January 14th onwards, those apps are not pre-installed on any of the Oppo models. There are already some loopholes regarding the user's personal data leaks and pre-installation without consent. Thailand is yet to enact laws covering software installation and applications in mobile phones. For now, Jiraporn Sinthuphrai, Prime Minister's Office Minister, and any related governmental agencies, including the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society, the Bank of Thailand, the Personal Data Protection Committee, the NBTC, the National Cyber Security Agency, and the Consumer Protection Police Division will establish a special committee to devise a quick fix to address current and future issues and to provide a complaint channel.
I think anyway, take personal responsibility for checking those permissions. It really takes a combination of different tools. Like laws are one, that personal responsibility, taking your own action is a part of it. You do your best, right?
The Thailand Consumer Council announced on its Facebook page that legal action involving affected individuals is scheduled to commence on January 21st. In the latest update, Oppo has apologized in their press conference and addressed their measures to cope with the victims by providing a 24/7 hotline. Warisala Sehan reporting for Thai PBS World.
And now let's have a look at the stories making headlines throughout the week in our weekly roundup. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra says she almost fell victim to scammers pretending to be the leader of a neighboring country and asking for a donation. The scammers used AI to imitate the voice of a country leader and sent a voice clip to her. She said that the scammers appeared to have obtained her contact information from other individuals who had their number in their contact lists. The cabinet approved a draft bill for an integrated entertainment complex to be built in Thailand as proposed by the finance ministry. The prime minister said the bill is intended to promote investment, curb illegal gambling, and promote sustainable tourism to a man-made destination. The deputy finance minister expects the draft to be submitted to parliament within the next 2 months and is confident that the project will boost tourist arrivals by up to 20% and increase their average spending. The Commerce Ministry launched the Easy e-receipt program on Thursday, under which people who buy consumer products, services, or OTOP products will be issued with electronic receipts, which can be used to claim personal income tax deductions. The maximum amount of spending between now and February 28th is 50,000 baht. Of this, 30,000 baht must be spent on consumer products and services and 20,000 baht on OTOP goods. 38 people have been rescued after their catamaran began to sink in the seas of Phuket. The incident occurred as the vessel was taking a group of Chinese tourists on a day trip from Phuket to Racha Island. The vessel began to take on water when it was about 1.6 nautical miles from Racha Island. All the people on board were safely rescued before the vessel sank. Turning to cryptocurrencies, while the government pledges to launch a Bitcoin sandbox program in Phuket, a blockchain expert suggests that Thai authorities should act swiftly to acquire digital assets. And despite other nations planning to invest in cryptocurrencies, the CEO of BitCup Group warned that Thailand is at risk of missing a prime opportunity to bolster its economy through Bitcoin reserves. Frank Han-Shi has more details.
I talked about the importance of the country like Thailand urgently taking action on the national Bitcoin strategic reserve because the US is taking the action. They have about 1% of all the Bitcoin in circulation right now, and they're going to buy more Bitcoin in the next 5 years until they reach about roughly 5% or 1 million Bitcoin in the next 5 years. China has 190,000 Bitcoins. The US has 210,000 Bitcoins, almost on par. Right? The UK has roughly about 60,000 Bitcoins. Bhutan, has 10,000 Bitcoins already. UAE, they invested $40 billion in Bitcoin overall in UAE already. So every other countries started to explore these initiatives and taking action. Every other country is adopting this Bitcoin strategic reserve. National Bitcoin strategic reserve, publicly listed Bitcoin strategic reserve, personal strategic Bitcoin reserve. So there's this arms race, and it's the biggest, inaction that causes the biggest opportunity cost. So I talked about that as the first thing in the book. And the second thing that I talked is about creating a financial platform of the future.
Somehow the public sector, not just in Thailand, other world, other countries is quite conservative when they have the new initiative.
Right.
How can you push forward, as in when you talk to the government officers, no matter prime minister or the high-end official officers there, what's the chance to unlock this strategic initiative to get Bitcoin as a strategic reserve? Because we haven't seen any practical policy yet.
Thailand is very conservative. We always have to wait and see what Singapore is doing. We need to copy Singapore. If Singapore doesn't take action, we will not take action. We are very conservative. And coming from a private sector, all we can do is education. Right? We have to provide as much information as possible. Come out and voice out. As one of the Thai citizens, we have a collective responsibility, I think, to educate the market to voice out the vision of the future. But it's not really up to us to, and I don't think we know how to navigate the red tapes, right? I think that's the difficult part. How do we navigate this red tape to convert the inaction towards action, actionable tickets, acquire this Bitcoin strategy reserve ASAP. I don't think we're in that position to navigate the red tapes ourselves.
Do you think it's too late to implement the strategic reserve for Bitcoin for Thailand?
It's not too late because only the major countries are taking action, like the China, U.S., U.K., UAE region, Ukraine, Russia, but not the rest. There are 197 countries.
Yeah.
So I'd say the top 10 countries are taking action, and the other, I don't know, maybe this year 20 more countries considering into passing the bill into their parliaments. Yeah. It's not too late. We're still in the early phase, but the cost of inaction is going to be so expensive. The longer it takes us to decide, the more expensive it will cost the country.
Today is about the economy in Thailand. Of course, we just talked about the economic performance about Thailand, which might be at the bottom of the chart in ASEAN.
Very low. Yeah.
Very low. So, of course, this year we talk about artificial intelligence. We talk about intelligent age. We talk about the collaboration for the digital age in the future. What do you make of Thailand's economic growth in 2025? What's the target there? What should the government do?
I think the lowest hanging fruit is to join this DEFA, Digital Economy Framework Agreement, which is happening this year, 2025. Thailand was the host last year, right, of DEFA. We need to really, last year we agreed on 50% of the DEFA agreement. We need to really complete this. We need to push it to 100%. So that the 10 countries in ASEAN is coming together as one, ASEAN strong, right? Because ASEAN region is entering its golden era, post-24. Everyone is looking at us now as a land of opportunity, as an area of region of opportunity. There will be an unprecedented amount of capital inflow, right? Capital surges into this region. So we need to really form a regionalization effort to grasp this opportunity. So I think this is the lowest hanging fruit. And there's an estimation even if we agree up to 60% of the DEFA agreement, it's enough to attract at least $2 trillion into the region. And Indonesia is expected to grow 1.5 times instantly, right? And LDC, countries like Laos, Myanmar, Cambodia, they are expected to grow 3 to 5 times, 300 to 500% with these regional alliances forming as a legally binding agreement, DEFA. I think that's the lowest hanging fruit that Thailand needs to push on to complete this DEFA agreement, to create this one ASEAN strong.
And moving on to something lighter, our reporter Kitipat Sukhjit has visited the newest bridge over the Chao Phraya River, the Rama 10 Bridge. The bridge is currently open to pedestrians to enjoy the views and some other activities.
This is New West Bangkok's landmark. This is Rama 10 Bridge. This stunning structure is now open for pedestrians ahead of its vehicle debut. So let's explore the Rama 10 Bridge together.
Stretching 780 meters across the Chao Phraya River, the Rama 10 Bridge, officially named Sapan Thosama Rachan, is already drawing thousands of visitors each day. At 41 meters above the river, the bridge offers panoramic view of Bangkok's skyline, making it a popular platform for photography enthusiasts. Between 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., but only until Sunday, January 19th, there are fruit stalls. entertainment, and a festive atmosphere that celebrates this engineering marvel as part of the Suktemsip Festival or the Festival Full of Happiness. One of the highlights of the pre-opening fun is the chance to dine under the stars on the bridge itself. Visitors can savor local delicacies from over 50 stalls while enjoying live music and the cool breeze blowing along the river. For many, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to walk across the bridge before it becomes busy with road traffic.
The Rama 10 Bridge symbolizes Thailand's progress and resilience, built to endure earthquakes and strong winds of up to 270 kilometers per hour, ensuring its reliability for decades ahead.
Designed with a blend of modern technology and traditional Thai motifs, the bridge features golden naga sculptures on its pillars and railings adorned with the yellow star flower pattern, a symbol of King Rama X. The structure is a feat of engineering, with a 450-meter mid-span and 8 traffic lanes, making it the widest bridge across the Chao Phraya River. The Rama 10 Bridge is expected to carry up to 150,000 vehicles daily once it officially opens on January 29th. It will connect Ratburana on the Thonburi side with Bangkok's Western Ring Road, easing traffic and boosting connectivity. As the festivities continue, the Rama 10 Bridge is set to become a new landmark, showcasing the harmony between cultural pride and modern innovation.
Whether you are here for the views, celebrations, or its engineering, the Rama 10 Bridge is a destination worth visiting. Kitipat Chin Sukjit, reporting for Thai PBS World.
And this week would be a great timing to visit the bridge because of the cool breeze. And that wraps up tonight's edition of This Week with Thai PBS World. Join us every Friday at 10:30 p.m. only on Thai PBS. And don't forget to follow us on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest updates about Thailand as well as analyses. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ
ข่าวไทย PBS ข่าวที่คุณวางใจ